Hi everyone, I'm Sophie. I'm one of the physios from Jackberry House. So I teach quite a lot of Pilates as part of my job, and tonight I'm just going to do a short sequence working just primarily on spinal mobility. You don't need to have done Pilates before, so it's none of the technical stuff that you might have come across if you've tried it, or if you haven't done it, it doesn't matter, you can manage fine with this. It's just to try and get your backs moving. With us staying so much time at home at the moment, we're not moving about as much and we're going to get a lot stiffer. So all you need is a mat ideally, or somewhere comfortable that you can lie on the floor, and then I've got a thin block. If you haven't got blocks, you could just use a small towel, so a thin towel, and then one that you can double up to make a thick towel, a thick block for later. Okay, so we're going to start just by coming up onto our knees. So if you can sit in this kneeling position, that's quite nice. It works on the range of movement of the knees and the ankles. Just going to start off with some shoulder shrugs, so just taking one shoulder up and back, and then the other just lifting to your ear and rolling down and back, just loosening up through the shoulders. Good, and then we'll go both together, and then try opening through your palms as you lift and roll back, turn the palms towards you. That really gets you opening through the front of the chest, so we get stretching the pecs and working those upper back muscles. Good, one more. Brilliant. So now we're going to do a little side bend stretch. In Pilates we call this a mermaid. So reaching one hand up to the ceiling and then that side bend across to the side. You can use your other hand just for a little bit of light support on the floor, and then taking it back. Other side, reaching up, and then that side bend. Good, and again, breath out, reach up to the ceiling, and then flex to the side. Lovely. One more, reaching up. Good, well done. Right, let's take it up into standing. We're going to do a roll down. So come to standing, feet hip distance apart, softening through the knees. Take a breath in. As you breathe out, drop your chin to your chest, and then we're going to roll that spine forward and down. So bone by bone by bone, unstacking all the way into that forward fold position. So have a slight bend through the knees and really trying to relax through the whole spine. Make sure the back of the neck is relaxed, so you should be looking through the legs rather than down at the floor. And then we're just going to hold on to the elbows. We're just going to have a little rock from side to side. Just swing like a little pendulum swing from side to side. Just really feel like you're just getting into that stretch, allowing everything to relax. Remembering to breathe. And then finally coming to find that point of stillness in the middle. Releasing your arms, taking a good full breath in. And breath out. And again, breath in. And breath out. And then we're going to come up and back into standing. So what I want you to do, softening through the knees and really try and tuck under through the pelvis, and then roll that spine all the way back up, finishing with a nice roll through your shoulders. And we'll go again, breath in, breath out, peeling down. So bone by bone, finding that forward fold, thinking about unstacking the spine. Doesn't matter if you can't come to the floor, get to where you get to, but make sure you're not forcing and pushing the stretch. Just allow gravity just to stretch you out. Take a good full breath in and out. And again, breath in and breath out. Bending those knees and tucking the pelvis under, restacking bone by bone by bone, all the way back up, finishing with that nice roll through the shoulders. We'll do that once more. Breath in, breath out, peeling down. So imagine there's a beach ball in front of you and you're flexing your spine over that beach ball, creating some space between the vertebrae, and then allowing gravity just to draw you down towards the floor. bending those knees, tucking the pelvis and restacking all the way back up. Not forgetting that shoulder roll, down and back. Lovely, well done. So we're going to roll down just once more now to come onto your hands and knees. So coming into that forward fold. And then when you get to the bottom, placing the hands on the mat, bending the knees, coming into that all four position. So the knees want to be underneath the hips, hip distance apart, and the hands just ever so slightly in front of the shoulders. We're going to do the cat stretch now, so a lot of you might be familiar with this. So we'll take a breath in, breath out. You're going to tuck the tailbone underneath and arch your back up to the ceiling, finding that nice lift. Breath in and breath out, dipping your spine down towards the floor, lifting your chin. Let that spine feel like it's sinking to the floor. Breath in, breath out, peeling up to the ceiling. Good. Breath in as you hold that position, breath out as you move through to the other position. Arching up and dipping down. And this is a really nice way of just loosening off that spine. My back feels really stiff today, having been sitting in front of the computer doing loads of video calls. It's really nice to just get moving. Remembering to use that breath just to help you with the nice flow of movement. Good, last one, reaching up to the ceiling. And then just relaxing, so you're in sort of a mid-back position. We're going to do one called thread the needle, so we're going to introduce a bit of rotation. So taking your hand, scooping it through between the other arm and leg and reaching up to the ceiling. So you're getting that twist, and then take the arm back, reaching up to the ceiling. So it's that scooping through and then scooping back. And again, nice flowing movement. We're not looking to force it, not looking to bounce at the end. Just allowing that movement to flow. Good, last one. Good. Placing that hand down, we'll repeat on the other side. Getting that scoop through and back. Lovely, make this one your last one. Reaching and then placing your hands back on the floor. We'll take your bottom back to your heels into that shell stretch. So trying to leave your hands where they are, really pressing the bottom back to the heels and then letting the head press down towards the floor. And then just feel that release across the upper back. If you find it gets tight in your hips or you're finding a restriction there, you can just take the knees slightly wider apart, and then that allows you to get a little bit deeper into the stretch. Take a full good breath in and out, and again full breath in and out. Well done. Coming up from that position. Now going to take it onto your back. So we're going to use the thin block for your head. So placing that at the top of your mat and then coming to have a lie on your back. So we're going to have your knees bent up. We're going to do one called hip twist level 2. So we're going to bring the legs together so that there's no gap between the legs and your arms are out at shoulder height. Make sure the thin block isn't in the way of your shoulders. Take a breath in and then breath out, taking both knees across to one side, looking towards the other hand. So you're getting a really nice rotation through the spine. Allow that body to relax into the stretch. And then as you come back up, try and draw your back up through the core. So drawing the ribs down to the floor then the waist, and then the hips, followed by the knees. And take it across to the other side, rotating across, looking towards the other hand. Breath in as you relax into that stretch, and then peeling it back up. So really try and use those muscles, your oblique muscles on the side of your body, as you rotate from side to side. Good, peeling up and then across. Good. And then across to the other side. Remembering to breathe and relax into the stretch. And then we've got this last one the other way. Trying to make sure your shoulder blades are staying in contact with the floor as you do this. And then peeling back to centre. Lovely. Okay, we're going to get rid of the thin head block, so pop your towel or your block to the side. Stepping your feet back to hip distance apart, and then just ever so slightly closer towards your bottom. So we're going to do one called shoulder bridge. Some of you may be familiar with a glute or hamstring bridge. So this is very similar, but we're just trying to get a bit more spinal mobility. So hands down by your side, we'll take a breath in. As you breathe out, I want you to flatten your lower back into the floor. So tuck the pelvis under, so you've no space between the lower back and the floor. And then think about lifting the tailbone up off the floor, and then bone by bone by bone, peeling up into that bridge position. So your straight line between the knees and the shoulders. Breath in as you hold, and then breath out. I want you to feel that you're dipping down through that upper part of your body first. So the ribs sink down. The last vertebra you picked up is the first one that you put down, and you peel all the way back down. Relaxing, so there's a little gap between your lower back, so we're not pressed flat into the floor. Breath in, breath out, we'll peel up again. So I want you to really imagine each vertebra peeling up off the mat all the way up into your bridge. Breath in to hold, and a breath out as you peel back down. So again, trying to feel that spinal movement. So if you imagine a bicycle chain, if you had it laid on the floor, you could lift it up link by link by link. Same thing with this shoulder bridge. I want you to really get that sensation of peeling up. Good, well done. We'll do one more. This one will also be activating your glutes, hamstring and core as well. But tonight we're trying just to work on that spinal mobility. Well done. Okay, we're going to come and have a lie on your side now. We've got one last exercise to do. So we're going to use the big block for this. So if you take your thicker block, so you could, if you don't have you could use a cushion or something like that just to support your head. So what we want to do is be able to lie on your side to keep the head in line with the rest of the body. So we're going to do a really nice one called open arms. So if you bend up your knees and place your palms out in front of you, the head wants to be to the front of the pillow or cushion or block, whatever you're using. We'll take a breath in, and as you breathe out, take the top arm up. So you're going to trace like an arc in the sky. I want your eyes to follow your hand. You get to about 9, you get vertical, so the arm is straight on top of you, and then start to let it drop behind you. But as you do this, you're going to rotate through the upper body. So allowing that rotation. Keep looking at your hand, but keep the hips and knees pointing forward. So sometimes that feeling of forward pull through that top leg is a nice image to have to keep you, so that you're not cheating your body out of that rotation. And then we just spend some time in that open position, and then we uncurl the spine, bring the hand back and float that back down to join the other. Breath in, breath out to take that arm up, and then opening. And when you're in the open position, remember to breathe and allow the body just to relax. And then uncurling back. And again, taking it up and opening. And then uncurling. Well done. So we've got to repeat that on the other side. So if you have a press up, and then we'll switch ends of your mat. Popping your head toward the front of the block, arms out in front of you. Taking a breath in, breath out. So it's that initial first 90 degrees, so the arm is up, and then we're opening through the chest. So you feel that your breastbone is starting to tilt up towards the ceiling. You're getting that rotation back through the rib cage through here, but then hips and knees are all pointing forwards. Uncurling, floating that top arm back down. Breath in, breath out as you let the arm float up and over, following it with your eyes. So it's really nice on this one, just allow that breath to help your body relax. Just do one more. And it really works through that upper back. But you also will get a stretch across the pec muscles at the front of your chest, which can often get really tight with riding and like yard work. And then uncurling back up. Well done. Well done everybody, thank you for joining in. I hope you found that a useful sequence to do. It's just a few little exercises put together, but as you get up from the mat, hopefully you feel that your spine feels looser and that you've felt the benefit of it. I hope you enjoy it. Please feel free to give me any feedback, and come and enjoy the rest of the videos. We'll be putting some more up shortly. Thank you.